Good Monday morning to Kramer's Corner with a daily technical update. Start as usual with the S&P 500. It dipped below the 44.55 support Friday. The trend is down, but the RSI is still above 40, so that's still something to keep an eye on. I think we could maybe get a little bit of a bounce here the next couple of days, but as the trend is down, I do believe in the next couple of weeks we will get a test of the 4400 and possibly a dip down. And there's more strong support here at 43.40. Nasdaq 100 also in a downtrend. Let's see if we can get it up there. There we are. Closed just below the 55 moving average, which is still rising. However, the RSI is still above 40. But another negative day, it's probably below, and then it has confirmed the downtrend. But we are in a downtrend with support at 14,750 that one should look out for. What happened in Asia, it's quite interesting, and I think I will zoom out a little bit here on the Hang Seng index. And there we are. It touched the little spike down here a few weeks ago and seems to be forming this possibly symmetrical triangle-like, but it's not really a correct one because it actually broke out there. But we have this lower rising trend line here, a little bit of support, but the RSI is still just above 40. So for the bulls, there's still a little bit of how you can say hope that it will try to close the gap up to 19,000 and the cloud up here and these lows here, but that's going to be interesting to see. But we are below the cloud, so I think that the selling pressure will come back. And if we take out the 18,582 support, well, then we have some support area here just above 18,000 and the spike down here back in early summer in June. The European markets, DAX is in a downtrend. RSI is bearish. We are below the 61.8 retracement. I think we will see here over the next couple of weeks, we'll see a move down to the key strong support here around 15,500, around that level. So keep an eye on that. The AEX still holding on, touching the previous previous lows here Friday at a couple of weeks ago. Just above the 100 moving average if it starts moving below, and if it closes below the 762 here, then we are possibly in a downtrend. There will be some support at the lower part of the cloud and the 786 retracement at 757. The Belgian market testing the support at 36.76. I think that could be the correction that is over, but keep an eye on that one. The CAC in this limbo here, it actually closed the gap above 7,400, but it's still struggling for upside momentum. If we get a move back above the 7,400 again, well, then we could see an uptrend towards all-time highs, but it looks a little bit depressed. It can't really get its momentum going. On the FX front, euro-dollar got rejected at the attempt here last week, as we spoke about Friday. Testing support here at the 786 retracement at 109.28. There is a bit of pressure, but the 55-100 moving average are still coming up here, so we should see a move higher. However, if it starts moving below, we could see a test of the 108.33. So it's a little bit in a limbo at the moment. However, the RSI is bullish, and there's no divergence, so the underlying trend is bullish. On the other hand, we have the dollar index testing the upper part of the cloud, actually above the 786 retracement. But if we don't have a close above the cloud. Also, we have the 200 moving average coming down here, and there's some strong resistance at 103.28 around that level that it needs to break. However, we have the RSI above 60, so we are in a bullish sentiment. But it is a little bit unclear at the moment, I would say, which direction will be on the dollar index next couple of days could be crucial. Dollar yen rejected at the 145 resistance, and it could be a bit of a struggle to really penetrate and close above it. But if it does, then we are looking at 148. However, I do believe we'll see a little bit of a setback down to 133, 130, possibly below 133. The RSI is above 60, so we are in a confirmed uptrend. So I believe that the correction will be fairly limited. We have the euro yen above the 158, testing from the upper side here, possibly dipping maybe a little bit below, but we are on track to 160.60, possibly higher to the 161.8 projection at 152 for now. On the on cable, trading sideways in this range between 128 and a change and 126.20, and the key support at 125.90. So that is really two levels you need to look out for. It needs to close above the rising trend line here, and it needs to close above the 128.20 and below the 125.90 for direction. So that's so it's a little bit up in the air currently. On the precious metals, we have the gold spot hovering around a very small move really at the 786 retracement and 1913. We have the RSI below, so we are actually in a bearish trend, but there's some strong support with the 100 moving average coming up. We could dip down to below the 1900, but I'm not too convinced it will dip much lower than that. Yes, we do have the 155 coming down, so we could be in a limbo in this range between 1900 and ish level and up to around, I don't think up to 1980 at the moment, but up to 1950, possibly up to 1970. So not really that much exciting on the gold front at the moment. The silver in a downtrend, bearish sentiment, support at 22.15. I'm not sure we will get there, but if we do, I think we will see a quite strong bounce. If we move back above the 23.10 and especially back above the 200 moving average, I think we will see bulls could try to move it back towards the 2400, but then we will have the 100 and the 55 moving average giving a little bit of a resistance there. So it could also be sideways here between 22.50ish and up to around 23.50-75 here for the next few weeks. Copper quite heavy at the moment. After it touched the support here around 369, 370, bouncing off. RSI still above 40, so we could see a nice bounce back to the cloud, possibly also above it. And if we get back above the 382, which is kind of the pivot level for bullies or bearish, that could give new energy to the depressed copper market. On the oil front, Brent crude got rejected at the 88.20, just a little bit below here. I think we'll see a correction down to 83, possibly down to 82. But overall, I think we'll be range bound in this area here for the next couple of weeks before we could move higher. There's a little bit of divergence on the RSI. We can see here that the peaks on the RSI here, they are dropping, whereas the market is moving up. So we should see a bit of a correction really there. The gas market, we looked at that Friday, hovering around here, the clouds, which is very thin here, so it's not really easy to tell the direction. But what is interesting in RSI above the 60, we are in a bullish sentiment. There's no resistance around until around 50, but 30 around that level, and we are in a bullish break. Also the same on Henry Hub. We are in a bullish uptrend, so that's a really fairly strong gas market at the moment, but also very volatile. Finally, on the US Treasuries, And I think we should zoom out a little bit here on the 10-year US Treasuries and look at some of the previous peaks, especially the 332 and the 432 and the 422. We came just very close here last time. Then we got hit by a correction, not that deep really, but it gives energy to the next level, which could be around the 429, 435. So I think we'll see a test of the October 2022 peak here. For all this picture to be reversed, close below the low here at 395 should be seen, but at the moment we are in an uptrend, and I think we will be looking at 430-ish level in a couple of weeks time. All right, that's all for this Monday, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Happy trading.